that just saved you 5 minutes of mouse. I don't like it. Erase. Mouse. Same thing. You know, you want to, all of the things that Pro Tools can do, Raven can enhance. So it just puts it right at your fingertips. To navigate through your session, we have the trackpad here. It operates on an XY axis, so one finger will go track zoom, or track zoom all, or waveform. You can condense, drag out. 2 fingers navigates through your project. If you don't like this here, you have the option to customize it and put it somewhere else, or you can do a floating nav pad, which is this guy. This can go anywhere. You're left-handed, you want it on the left-hand side, right? The exact same functions, and this can be adjusted just like a mouse can by going into your settings and going to nav pad response. I like mine to be pretty fast, so that's just another way that you can customize. So I'm going to actually switch back to Logic because I can show you some of the new tricks. Does anybody have any questions about? Thank you. So I will tell you on thank you. You're very welcome.
What's pricing?
In US dollars right now, it's selling for $24.99. We are attempting to get that price level. Right now, it's in US dollars, $24.99. You can also do layout. So if I like my tools here, save, I can do my save layout, and I can save it so that I can recall it at any time as a Raven layout or a .ravlay file. I'm going to show you that in Logic here. So just let me close Raven. Not going to save that.
But you got a distributor in Germany?
Yes, I do. He's actually right over there. He's the tall gentleman with the glasses and the dark hair. They operate out of Cream Studios here in Frankfurt. So I'm going to go to Logic now. We just released this last week, and a great example of why a Raven can be superior to a traditional hardware console is that the software is constantly developing, both from our end with our developers, but also from the users. So the users, there are hundreds of these out in the field now, both small and big, and because of that, they're all communicating with each other and saying, hey Raven users, look what I just did, you know, and then they show, and then we released Logic last week. Immediately someone found that there was a thing that they wanted that Logic did not offer yet for Raven. So our software team recoded, sent out a new version right away. So now we have Logic open. I'm going to open Raven for Logic. Alright, so here is our Raven mixer, which you may recognize from Pro Tools. We have the same multi-touch faders. What I want to do is go to my, this is how it ships in default. So what we do is we are going to start providing with preset Raven layouts or Ravlays geared towards post-production, music production. So to do that, I go to my settings, load Raven session. I have one saved in the desktop here. .ravlay. Now watch these guys here. Presets. This is layout 1. All of my basic tools. Pointer, pencil, eraser, my edit window, mix window. Layout 2. Some more dynamic things. Music keys, quantize, new track. Layout 3. We have some memory locations. Back to the start. Make the track bigger or small, hide the window. Track 4 is a floating palette. So you see all the customization options. I'm going to show you one very cool thing about Logic is you can do screen settings. So a screen set is a saved layout of whatever screen you're looking on that you want to be able to recall at any time. So you can see here, I'll use the mouse so you can see it. We have our edit window or tracks, mixer, we have some other things programmed here. So if I program that, and there's up to 100 that you can program into the Logic session, then I make a macro key attached to that. So if mix screen set 1 is the tracks, or the edit window, as I'll call it, I hold down my macro key, I program it to be edit number 1, and now every time I hit that, it goes to the edit window. Same thing for mix window 2, or the mix window. Number 2, I want to save a layout that has all of my Slate digital virtual console collections attached to all my drum tracks. I want to make a page for that. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Boom. All my drum VCCs. So I just go to work. Boom, boom, boom. Now I want to go to my master bus to my virtual bus compressor. I made that into a screen set. And you just start creating a much faster, much quicker and sleeker workflow that's designed completely to what you do and how you like your session to be saved. Let me show you some other cool things that we can do with Logic here.
You can still use your additional controllers, or like they have faders for.
You can. Because there's one thing that happens still that we're still coding out, where if you have the Raven mixer and you have, say, a controller, a hardware controller, if I make a move on Raven, it'll move my controller. If I make a move on the controller, it's going to move the Logic fader, but not the Raven fader, because they both go through V control. But as soon as I touch the Raven screen again, it'll snap to whatever I did. So it's kind of a weird middle step we're in the process of eliminating.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back to my mix window here. I want to pull up a plugin. Boom, it's right there. Make my hits here. I'm going to pull up another one here. Let's go to an EQ. I like this one because it's pretty. Initiate. I'm just touching the waveform right there. I could grab a mouse, but this is going to take me. I can barely even get that wave to do what I want it to do. But I can touch it and drag it. So that's another cool thing here. Some of the Logic buttons are still not inherently touch friendly, the very small ones. Let's get this guy out of here. Let's go to my edit window. So I want to do some editing here. I want to zoom in on that guy. I go to my zoom tool. Also, I can hit my toolbar here if I want. There's zoom. It is right there. Or I've programmed it into a hotkey here. So zoom, same thing. Let's zoom on this guy. Boom. Now it's big and blown up.
But how precise are you with your finger when you're working on waveforms for just
as precise as you'd like to be? So
okay.
So like
I can zoom it out, then at your.
I can zoom it back out. I'm going to go to my pencil tool here and draw in some automation. Let's just bump it up like this. Okay, then I'm going to make an eraser cut. Hold on, I should do this here. Pointer, scissors, there we go. Eraser. So I'm going to ProTools Logic guy here. Eraser. There we go. So now that's gone. So now I go back to my edit window. There's that chunk I just took out. If I want to do some MIDI notes, so you've played some MIDI on your chill out organ here. I'm going to recall my piano roll, which I know is in my saving 3. So there's piano roll. I want to hit my tools here. I want to draw in a MIDI note, or I want to correct a MIDI note that I played. Grab my pointer tool. Touch the note, we can drag it, we can erase it, we can do anything that you would want to do with Pro Tools or with Logic. There we go, so erase.
Okay. Let's say you try to eliminate a little peak in the